This is one beautiful 1956 Chevy you'll want to see, and it's a 396 with automatic. Listen to that thing run. I have a beautiful 1956 Chevy BelAir two-door hardtop here. You can see it's a beautiful color on here, and notice that the roof is painted the same color on top, where normally that would be a white roof. This was solid blue up there, so it sets it off a little differently. Got beautiful wheels on there, and it's got a 454 big block, and boy, it runs well. It's got a 400 turbo automatic in it. It's got manual brakes on it. It's got disc brakes on the front, drums on the rear, and it's just a great car. I mean, you can just see how nice this thing is. Show us the headlights. High beam, low beam, turn signals. Wipers. And I know the horn doesn't work, but I've got the radio, the radio plays, but for some reason the back, actually the whole radio was working good. It's had pretty fancy. Look at the bumper guards on there you have on this car. I mean, just look how nice it is down the sides here. It looks good. The paint's beautiful on this car. I don't think there's a scratch in this paint anywhere. There must be something in there, but it sure doesn't show it that way. And I mean, this you can see the door panels there look good. VIN tag is right here where it's supposed to be, and it all looks good. Look how nice that the dash is and everything else. It's really good. The interior looks really good. The headliner is good. So it's got speakers back there in the back, and it's got a subwoofer in it or whatever. I don't know what all it's got in. I'm not good on radios. You can see the dome light works and everything on there. And watch this. That shut nice. Actually, open up the trunk on this thing and just see how beautiful this car is. Now, when I said that had, look at those down there. You got 4 speakers in there. See them two up on through the rear deck there, and that thing. I said it had a subwoofer, but I guess it doesn't have that. But you can just see how nice this all is. Batteries back here in the back. We don't have a spare for it, just the way it came. It's spackle painted, or whatever they call it. Anyway, you can just see it's clean and nice. This is all good on here. It's a nice car. Really nice car. Really clean. Notice that it shuts good. Look how pretty that car is. And again, look at that. Interior is all real nice in here. Dash is good. It's got an interesting shift setup on here. I've never seen one before, but see, it's got a trigger on there that you got to use. Anyway, you can't see it too well in here. It's dark in there. I need more light, I guess. Isn't that a pretty car? It's gorgeous. Door panels look good. Again, same thing. Doors close good. All looks good. I mean, I looked at all the chrome around, everything. I mean, this is a pretty spotless car. It came out of California. Look at that big 454 in there. It's got all the good stuff on it. Got power steering on it. Electric wipers on there. Aluminum radiator. Look, got aluminum radiator with a transmission cooler up here. And just look how nice that is. Start it up. Let's hear it run. That look great? Look down the sides of this thing. And there's your disc brake caliper in there. Man, you'll like this car. The backup lights do not work. I don't know if they're hooked up or what. Anyway, the backup lights don't work. Make a point of coming up to Draeger's Clubhouse in Burlington, Washington, where we have our new turntable working great. We're right on I-5, just north of Camping World. Great location, and you can see a lot of interesting things. We have 100 motorcycles on display and growing. And we have toys and pedal cars. We got all sorts of things to see. Neon signs and everything. Call and make an appointment with Andrew. 206-533-9600. We're here most of the time, but the door is always locked, so make sure you call first. We have some top-notch classic cars for you to see. We do a lot of trucks here at Draeger's. Isn't that a beautiful car?
Nice.
Oh, I know it rides good. It's geared low. We know that. So we know the speedometer's off on this thing. As you can see right there, we're 70 miles an hour or so. 53. And it's 53 on the GPS. So we know the speedometer's way off on it. And we know it's geared low. But it's got horsepower.
Almost 67.
67, didn't take long to get there. Anyway, this is a pretty neat car. It needs a little fine tuning, I think, on a couple little things like the speedometer and a couple other things, but I think you'll be happy with how much horsepower it's got. It's a 454 big block, and it's healthy. I know that because I just drove it down the freeway myself, so you can see it. Just a good driving car. We're going to go southbound on I-5 here, so you can see this Chevy going down the freeway. Now it is geared low, but it'll keep up with traffic. Up to 190, and we're only doing 65. So the speedometer is way off. We don't know much about speedometers ourselves here, but and we're running out of room here. We're catching up with everybody. So anyway, it rode good, it's solid, it sounds good, it isn't rattly or anything like that. But it is geared low. So how you like driving it?
It drives just fine. I think it's comfortable. Hands off the wheel. I let it go there a little bit, but it tracks down the road pretty well. It'll go a lot faster too. Maybe
Yeah.
geared low, but it'll keep going. Motor runs smooth.
And it stops good. You're not supposed to do that on a corner like that.
Oh, that scared you? You grab for the door handle?
Yeah, I was hanging on. You don't have to scare me now.
Oh.
Anyway, if you want a 56 Chevy that's really nice, looks really good, it's very, very clean car. Not perfect, there's always a little something here and there, but there ain't much. I noticed there was dust in the glove box. I opened the door and it was dusty in there on the lid, but that's minor stuff. So overall, this is a really, really nice car. Andrew can't help himself.
Take a quick walk under this 56 Chevy and show you how nice it is. It's got dual exhaust. You see the chrome tips hanging out past the nice chrome bumper. And these inner fenders, and look how nice they are. I mean, there's no signs of rust anywhere on this underside. The battery has been relocated in the trunk, which so that's what those cables are. I mean, look how nice this is. They like to rust here because water likes to sit in the bottom of the spare tire holder there, and they like to rust there. But this thing's solid. Nice gas tank. See, this inner fender's just as good. Lots of rubber on the tires. We just had these shocks put on Forrest over at Exhaust Pros. He just put those on. I think this perch, it snapped on the old one. I don't know if it's from torquing over too hard or what, but it had air suspension on it. I think it works a lot better now just having standard shocks on it. But anyway, moving forward here, see how good all the metal is. The rocker panels are all in good shape. There's a proportioning valve for the brakes. Getting ahead of myself here. 12 bolt rear end. There's an electric fuel pump there. There's the dual mufflers. And look how good that metal is. I mean, there's nothing that looks corroded anywhere. The only thing I questioned was what this is. It looks like they textured that over for some reason. And it's not that way on the other side. but I don't see anything that looks cut or replaced. You know, I don't see a seam on this side, you know, where they chunked it out. So I don't know what that is. So, but you can see this side, it's all, oops, my light's going away. It looks a lot different, nice and smooth over here. They didn't putty it up, so maybe there's some corrosion under there, I don't know. But I mean, from what I'm seeing, I wouldn't think that there was much anything under here, because it all is solid. Look how good the frame is. I mean, it's all straight. There's the bottom of the Turbo 400. Rack and pinion steering. I don't know if you can see that, but it's got a big support underneath it to keep it all cradled in there. Good rubber on the front too. Disc brakes up front. There's an aluminum radiator and there's a trans cooler right there. That's what these lines are for that Turbo 400. Nicely painted calipers. You can see through the outside of the wheel. Looks nice. Good touch. You can hardly see the bottom of this motor, but you can see the oil pan. Got a high torque powerhouse starter right there. This car is nicely done. I mean, it's a nice driver, body's nice, sheet metal's good on it. And you can see there's a power steering pump from the bottom. What else I can show you? Anyway, it's a neat car. Fun to drive. Lots of power. Cool looking. Great shape. Anyway, you'll enjoy it. I enjoy it every time I drive it.
I hope you enjoyed our short video of this beautiful 1956 Chevy, and if you're at all interested, please call Andrew at 206-533-9600. Thank you.